忘记按进去了。好，反正就是深夜铁轨上，一辆火车呼啸而来，然而却凭空消失。福尔摩斯和华生只好从假期中归来，投身调查中。这难道是那个吗？哈利波特？等一下 ，OK。
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
对啊，我刚刚也觉得好像很适合我。这是我有这么多东西要怎么打包啊？
I can always consult with it if needed.
我要打包什么？我要在哪里打包啊？圣诞老尾 ，OK。啊，那我跟船长贴贴。
My archive. I can always consult.
我要去哪里打包啊？但那个不是我房间吗？啊，用刀子插的信。清冲党彼得离奇被杀案件报告。凯因斯被判死刑。凯因斯就是那个嘛？这个嘛，被判死刑。
This is where I keep my post. Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby. A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful. 卡关的竟然是下一步吗？请问我要到底要怎么打包啊？啊，这个、哦，难道是这个吗？
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
哦，原来是出门就好了。想太多了，我以为我要打包嘞。
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your
Leo,
plastic archive suitcase. Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
为什么说得这么暧昧
Fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
因为重灌之后我忘记改回来了。
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
这也太可怕了吧！刚刚还有看到灯，然后下一秒就不见了。哇，那个超级的，你看我跟他的脚是交叉的，这样感觉很尴尬哎。
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
那 那超尴尬的，一个人要
What
起
should
来
we，do next, Holmes?
我要怎么做呢？注意统观全局，发现更多细节。为什么？哦，我这里是要离开的，对。
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
我们那时候站在这嘛，所以它会在这消失。快点，快点，快点，快点！
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
是说为什么我昨天明明就看不清楚，但是我有办法想象得出来？我是鬼吗？
What should we do next, Holmes?
它是在油罐这里消失的，大概是够一个。华生，你要被撞死！华生，华生，华生 ，no！ 我没事。
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
这里应该结束。这个调查起来会有点毛毛的吧？走开，走开！后来启动器没有欸，后来我就放弃。
First of all, let us examine the area where the train
我就放弃了，因为
disappeared.
我今天又忘记装那个。 用笔电装装看。该调查这里应该结束了。
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
看看那里有什么？等一下，检查线索，调查消失电铁的轨道。怎么一来就是震旦老维克？是蕾蕾。刚刚不是都调查完了吗？蕾蕾要玩吗？趁我们现在完全没有任何进展。这里我刚刚不是调查过了吗？哦，还有这个啦。诶，没有啊。哦，这里啦。
The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
往荒野啦，不是调查游戏了。
There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever.
会不会其实那两个头灯根本就不是火车
A negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what
没有
you're
错。
getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
靠错边了。他那个有的角度都要对的很，就是要对的很刚好，我觉得有点讨厌。刚刚那个就一直都没有对到。好吧，我是被发卡了
Good，morning.
很委婉的
Allow
拒
me to
绝。
introduce
OK，
myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master.
所以其实 Watson 是医生，他不是侦探欸，是吗？
So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the
原来
driver.
如此。所以阿美其实是医生。哦，所有的脏脏的，哎呦，婚戒，荣誉奖章，还有一个3个字的是什么呢？嗯，这颗痣。好，我要对到这。灰头发。华生曾经是英国陆军医生，后来退役，军阶有上位。哦，
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's
Mikey,
not what it
Mikey,
used to
Mikey.
be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
说，通常昨天那种事情，应该一般的人会想要冲出去吧？还是不会？
Railway post bags.
就是马上冲去确认啊，不是很可怕吗？ 哇塞，你干嘛？
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
哇塞！
A telegraph.
电报。
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
通知各站，罗宾逊先生正在布里德林顿站。
Here is the train set.
Okay. 我们要找到地图了吗？好像还没的。这里有够挤的。是这个吗
？According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows, and they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
我怎么不
See
一
you
直觉
later,
得
my good man.
这个人怪怪的？对啊，他一直好像在隐瞒什么事，然后一下又说自己都记不得。解决，寻找一张地图。对啊，他地图刚刚说在哪里，我是怎么忘记了？也不是说忘记了啊，他是说在那个贴在上面的嘛。当然，定在候车大厅的那份，定在候车大厅 （waiting here）。那我们刚刚有进来过吗？
This part is probably from a locomotive. An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive. This place serves as a storage area for the station.
The waiting hell 钉在墙上那张，这个，哦，
This map will be useful.
我就直接拿走喽。OK。查明车厢装着什么东西？那我要去哪里查？查明车厢装着什么东西？
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
话说这种事情都不会请警察吗？就是真的这么相信侦探吗？
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a
他
cab.
现在已经想说，哦，快点走，快点走。
See you later, my good man.
高级乘客讯息。 但目前我们都还没看到警察。对，游戏中的警察永远都晚一步。好。Hello， 欢迎光临。
Railway post bags.
谢光临。他们好像很信任我，都让我这样乱收。没有人呢。啊，有啊，有人。Hello， 先生，先生。Okay, fine. 罗宾逊。
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood
夏洛克·福尔摩斯。夏洛克。澳大利亚吗？对啊，是一个很重的人。他是把 Good Day 合起来，是不是？哦，鳄鱼皮，福气杯啊！这怎么可能没有？沉重的金戒指，罗宾逊。
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes.
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Okay.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
哦，那你最好是跟我老
I
实
presume it
说。
was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my
那就
valuable
表示
prototype safely to
里面的人
London.
还活着吗？还
My
是他没有搭
prototype
上
is
去
a？ revolutionary device. It is capable of
可以
producing
用来发电。
electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazas Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, The train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any
是
longer.
什么？
The
这什么
regulations
OK 啊？
require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue
超
you.
怪的啦！全世界要等那一个耶。
Goodbye, sir.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train...
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
"工作服，粗糙的皮肤，已婚，廉价车票。
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
哦，穷，但穿的还不错啊，还蛮干干净净的。哦，看来这个检票员可能有问题哦。
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners.
眼睛跟蛇一样。
Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir. The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean company.
本章。
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
外面
I'm
垃圾好多，
investigating
一直在
the
飞。
unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions. Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you.
好了好了，别说了别说了，还敢背这种法条给我听呢？规章啊，年轻。OK， 干净的衣服，规章制度。哦，看来是一个很遵守规章制度的人。
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
骗，新人证。
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in
派位被
your
闻
position
到
are
了。
quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man.
我是全班成绩
I
最
am
好的。
aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think
菜
of
逼
your
吧，
career.
That is...
还敢摆态呀、
I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
哦，电报。
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit
Adrenaline.
Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
732的时间0030驶离的0035。阿娟是要玩的吗？难道阿娟是想要玩游戏？
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
A telegraph.
OK。那我们再调查完下面这个，还是我们先卡在这里啊？我们只动脑一下下。
This bin is full of empty bottles.
哦，瓶子，咚咚咚，他是死掉了吗？
How could he fall asleep at work?
是
like
睡
this?
着了啦。
Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half
站
a
长只是
distillery
睡着了。
And that explains the how.
by his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please,
Huh.
sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
怎么会想要问喝醉的人呢？
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No. Nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say.
真的有人可以喝？
Can't ever get
应
any
该有
peace
吧？
around
你应该
here.
问说，
Now you have to
真的
send
有
a
值
telegram
班的人
each
可以喝
time
成
the
这
train
样。
arrives into parts.
看来站长是个爽缺哦。红鼻子，鲁道夫，干净的衣服。哦，鱼线，你拿鱼线干嘛？又结婚了。
The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train,
对啊，为什么会有
but
鱼
it
线
was？ barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
啤酒，什么东西？什么那个110的小鬼，我记得很清楚。当天已经很晚了，我困得要死。他可能被吊了。你看这时候他钓鱼好了。火车玩具，他不是写时间吗？
The station
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
我记得他是这样子吗？他不是写这个吗？ 他写切站324底10 003041，所以是火车晚点。我刚才选什么？我刚才选什么？火车晚点。刚才选晚点吧。还是我还没调查到。
I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what?
其他感觉都没有关系啊。
So petty?
Never mind.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly.
我会没有必要。
It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
这两个选的吗？写入地图。酗酒啦。
You were not tired. You were inebriated.
这边有时候他要选的东西，我不太明白他是要选跟他对话相关的，还是
means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his
哦对，
testimony
要
cannot
选一个
be
最
trusted.
瞎的，就是选一个根本就没有关系的就会对了。这个游戏真的蛮妙的，不知道是翻译问题还是怎么样。
A telegraph. A telegraph.
还有
I
摩
had
斯密
thought
码
that。all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
之后我们不会还要判断摩斯密码吧？好，我们先停在这好了。我们下次就开始调查这
A
个。
fishing advertisement.
哦，捕鱼，看来我们的站长是喜欢捕鱼啦。我们下次再调查这个车站。
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
不是这么暴力的吗 ？OK。这个角度是不是有点难看？有点看不太到。我们对这里好了。嗯，这样没有对到吗？ 有吧？哇 ，OK。
Railway post bag.
Oh.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
好，我们先到这。